Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin bears are simply not able to push the price lower, and that is why I am expecting another pump very soon. Let me show you, because in yesterday's video we talked about the importance of the value area low, the last and the most important volume level. Measuring the upper price action with volume, it really does look like that once Bitcoin lost the level right here, we got a bearish retest and another push towards the upside directly towards the liquidity level at approximately 101.4 thousand US dollars. And if you are following me on Twitter, you definitely have an advantage, because 18 hours ago, at the time when Bitcoin got a swing failure pattern or a liquidity grab below this specific low, I posted a very important tweet where I said, bounce now or it's over. And it really does look like after grabbing the liquidity, my alert was triggered. I paid attention to the reaction, and yes, we got a very nice reaction towards the upside, closing the 30-minute candle as a bullish candlestick pattern. And guess what I did? Of course, I fired another brand new long or a buy position at approximately 102.2 thousand US dollars. Not only that, I fired another long position on Dogecoin, and also additionally I fired another long position on XRP. Unfortunately, I was already stopped out of this specific long position, but nevertheless, yes, I am still holding right now another brand new long position on Dogecoin, on Bitcoin, and also all of my other long positions on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on XRP, and also Nondo are still opened. As of right now, I do not hold any short positions. However, if we are going to be able to see another push towards the upside, I am going to look for another very nice short or a sell position, also because something I posted 1 hour ago. I said 105,000 US dollars is the first big liquidation level. Some will get wrecked, some will buy the breakout, but I am going to look for another brand new short position. And maybe right now you're wondering, bro, why the heck did you actually long on this specific liquidity grab, and why are you right now still expecting higher? The reality is, in our yesterday's video, we were saying that Bitcoin is seeing quite an insane bullish absorption. We have been seeing this literally throughout the entire day yesterday. Lower lows were being formed on the CBD, increasing open interest, which means that people are opening short positions. And then when I noticed the reaction on the liquidity level right here, I simply said to myself, probably because of this very nice bullish reaction right here, because of such a high absorption happening on Bitcoin, all of them are shorting the market. Of course, all of those were bullish indications on Bitcoin. And additionally, if you paid attention to the RSI indicator, it has been forming a hidden bullish divergence all across the board. Lower low on the RSI, higher low on Bitcoin, hidden bullish divergence. 2-hourly time frame, higher low right here, lower low, hidden bullish divergence in a combination with the liquidity grab, in a combination with bullish absorption, and it gave us a very nice high probability long position. And that is exactly what I also posted about on Twitter. If we would continue lower from the liquidity level, I would be expecting another lower low, but because we got a very nice reaction, and additionally after that we also got acceptance above the value area low, something we talked about yesterday. Above the value area low, we are bullish, expecting higher. We got a perfect reaction and a rotation towards the value area high right here. And also as of right now, I would ideally like to see even higher targets on the Bitcoin chart itself. And that is right now also why I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1000 likes are definitely possible. And also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Later in the video, we are also going to announce the winner of the $200 US giveaway. But nevertheless, right now I do want to share with you something about global M2 indicator, which a lot of people are right now paying attention to. People are right now saying that yes, global M2 index is seeing a push towards the upside, and usually Bitcoin wants to follow this exact chart. Also, that being said, we should now be expecting higher targets or a brand new all-time high on the Bitcoin chart itself. However, I would actually say like that. a lot of people, or I would say majority of the market, is right now paying attention to this exact indicator, expecting another significant pump. Now, of course, we can continue higher. The trend on Bitcoin is clearly towards the upside. However, we are only looking to buy at the area of support and not at the area of resistance. That is why, even if we are right now going to see another push towards the upside, I am personally going to look for another short or a sell position. And if we go right now back with this specific chart, you can right here see exactly where the global M2 indicator was unfortunately wrong. Back in 2021, it does look like Bitcoin got quite a steep reaction and a rejection towards the upside, while the M2 was still climbing towards the upside. The exact same thing also happened right here in 2018. The M2 was still climbing towards the upside. Everyone was bullish, but guess what? We got a push towards the upside. Yes, overall speaking, majority of the times, Bitcoin is very nicely respecting this exact indicator. However, if we are going to see bearish indications on the chart itself, I would simply say probably something that everyone is expecting. That being said, pretty much a brand new all-time high is probably not going to happen, and maybe even a bigger correction is going to take place. So how are we going to be able to predict something like that? We are going to pay attention to the momentum of the entire move towards the upside. And that being said, in my opinion, we should really pay attention to the RSI indicator on the daily time frame, or maybe even on the 4-hour time frame. But on the daily time frame, back in 2021, when we got this insane rejection towards the upside, the RSI on the daily time frame was still forming significant lower highs, while Bitcoin got brand new higher highs. Bearish divergence and literally some kind of an insane push towards the upside actually occurred, despite M2 indicator seeing a very nice push towards the upside. So that is, in my opinion, going to be the first red flag you want to see. Bearish divergence on the RSI indicator. So if we right now pay attention to exactly what the RSI indicator is doing as of right now, clearly we are not forming bearish divergences. So what can that mean? If Bitcoin does see right now another push towards the upside, higher high is going to be formed. Potentially, lower high is going to be formed on the RSI indicator, which means the first bearish divergence is going to be present. If that is going to happen, trust me, I am definitely not looking for any breakout trades right here. I am going to even more pay myself with all of the long positions I am as of right now holding, and I am simply going to enter another short or a sell position on the Bitcoin chart itself. Not only because of the bearish indication, or actually the bearish divergence potentially forming on the RSI indicator, but also because a significant area of resistance is going to be hit, and that is actually going to be a major liquidation cluster. The first one is coming up at approximately $105,000 US, but ideally I would like the high that was formed at $106,000 US to be taken, where of course approximately 100 million of short positions are going to be liquidated and completely wrecked. So if we take the liquidity in the next couple of hours and in the next couple of days above the recent highs right here, above 105 and 106,000 US, I am paying myself with the long positions. I am paying attention to the potential bearish divergence forming on the RSI indicator on the daily and the 4-hour time frame. And if we are going to see bearish divergence, I am potentially also then going to enter another fresh short or a sell position on Bitcoin itself, maybe also on different altcoins. But nevertheless, right now it is the time for us to announce the winner of the $200 US giveaway. Let me shuffle the names a little bit right here and click to spin on the wheel. Of course, good luck to everyone, and let's see who is right now the $200 US giveaway winner. And it does look like the winner actually is Edward Prince. Congratulations, you are going to get 200 USDT deposited directly to your BitUnix account, and you can actually apply a 100x leverage, of course, if you want, to your bonus and enter a $20,000 US position on Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever crypto you're going to trade. But also, if you right now already do not have an account on BitUnix, there is no KYC, no VPN, an $8,000 US free bonus, and additionally, after creating an account, account, you're going to get a 20% deposit bonus and also up to 500 USDT additional bonuses on your first trade. In the future, we are also going to do even more giveaways, so it is definitely quite nice for you to have an account on Bitunix, because also as of right now, we are doing a 2000 USDT competition. So take advantage of all of those bonuses until the 22nd of May, and in the future, make sure you are also participating in the giveaway. But nevertheless, let me right now also talk about another very important pattern Bitcoin could be forming on the 2-hourly and also on the 1-hourly time frame. So what we can right here do, connecting our higher lows with a diagonal area of support right here, connecting our lower highs with a diagonal area of resistance, it does look like we might even be forming some kind of a symmetrical triangle. And trust me, retail traders love trading breakouts, love trading different patterns. To be honest, personally, I am not really paying attention to any breakouts out of this pattern, because once you pay attention to the volume, at least in my opinion, it does not really look valid. When we are forming a triangle right here, you also want to see decreasing on the volume indicator. Right now, we actually got an increase on the push towards the upside, which is actually going to be more of a bullish Bitcoin indication. So if you're right now trading this specific pattern, you're already late to the party. Usually you want to buy at the area of support and sell at the area of resistance. So once again, if you're paying attention to the triangle, personally, I would simply remove it from my chart and simply go and expect that Bitcoin is going to rise towards the upside in the next couple of days, in the next couple of hours. Also because if we are right now paying attention to the exponential moving averages, all of the EMAs, including on the 30-minute time frame, are right now once again in a very nice uptrend. Only a couple of hours ago, actually yesterday, we started being in a downtrend, but right now on the 30-minute time frame, we are once again trading in an uptrend, 1-hourly time frame in an uptrend, 2-hourly time frame in an uptrend, 4-hourly and the daily time frame, all of the EMAs are right now being in an uptrend. And also yesterday, once we see such a nice reaction after the liquidity below the recent low was taken, to be honest, I would really like to say, ideally I am looking for higher, ideally I am looking for the liquidations to actually be reached at approximately 105 and 106,000 US dollars. Now, additionally, paying attention to the daily close. Yesterday's daily close was actually a bullish candlestick pattern, was a bullish pin bar, another some kind of a bullish Bitcoin indication. And that is once again why ideally I want to see higher, at least the liquidations to be hit, unless once again pay attention to the value area low, the most important volume level. So again, we have a very simple rule I have been telling you about for the past couple of days. Below the value area low, we are slightly more bearish, expecting lower. Above the value area low, we are more bullish, expecting higher. So right now, we are above the value area low. We are even retesting the value area high right here, which of course means that more times we retest the area of resistance, the higher the likelihood of a successful breakout. So that is why ideally I want the value area high right here to be broken for us to at least attack this specific high, or ideally even this specific high, and then we are going to go from there to see if Bitcoin is going to see some kind of a reaction, some kind of a rejection above the recent highs after the liquidity is going to be taken. And of course, if you're right now not in any positions, not in any longs, not in any shorts, I would simply wait, let's see what the market is going to do. But of course, if we start attacking those specific highs, as I also said right here on Twitter, I will look for another short position. So I am looking for a short position approximately at the highs right here, ideally above the high at 106,000 US dollars. Now, let me also go very quickly through Ethereum, because Ethereum is also doing almost exactly what we said yesterday. Pay attention to the daily area of support, and exactly from this specific level, we are right now already seeing a very nice reaction towards the upside. That is why my long position on Ethereum is, as of right now, still being opened. I would also hope that my XRP position would right now be open, but unfortunately, it went slightly lower after the liquidity grab below the recent low. Nevertheless, I am still holding a fresh long position on Bitcoin and also on Dogecoin, expecting at least another push towards the upside on Bitcoin above above the recent highs. And if we are right now going with the Dogecoin USDT, I would also ideally like to see some of the highs right here to be taken in the next couple of days. Let's see what's going to happen. Ideally, I want to see higher, unless once again the value area low right here is going to be lost. And that is why, if you want to trade with us and take advantage of the free $8,000 bonus without KYC and without VPN, click the second link down below in the description. You're also going to get a 20% deposit bonus, but unfortunately the campaign is only valid by 22nd of May. And that is also right now why make sure you are smashing up the like button.